Howdy everybody, and welcome to Random Rhapsody's first crossover event. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the network, and joining me around my virtual table today are Brandie, Steven, Koines, and Kyle, and Brie, kind of in and out right now. So say hi, everyone.
Hey, yo!
Junior... Junior is out of town still. He's actually in an airplane flying over somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. But he will be back next week. Steven is playing in Junior's place as Blaznir. Now, due to an unfortunate scheduling conflict, we will be airing our next episode of Magi Nights, An Echo from the Stars, this week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. If you enjoy high school hijinks or anime-style tropes like Sentai and Magic Girls, you should definitely check it out. You can also catch up on all of our episodes from both of our campaigns on our YouTube channel, which you can find here on our link tree. We're also on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Okay then, is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
So join us as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with our heroes as they compete in the Azure Championship. And we're back. So when we last left off, our heroes had traveled to Rowena, the oasis capital of the Margarden Federation, in an attempt to acquire a dream root that is in the possession of its ruler, the Zaim. To accomplish this goal, Apollyon and Liam from the Faab Five had joined forces with Blaznir, Caia, and Ichabod of the Debauchery Circus to compete in the Championship Gladiator Tournament, in the hopes of gaining an audience with the Zaim to request the ancient relic known as a Dream Root. With their first victory now complete, the gladiators were given a few hours to recuperate from their battle against the tigers. Liam went out for some healing, Ichabod healed his injured steed, and the rest of the team grabbed a few drinks and relaxed for a bit in the bar while trying to gain some advantage for their next fight. Eventually, the team was called up to the arena once again, this time to face off against a pack of deadly reptiles from the islands of the Southern Hemisphere. It was a difficult battle, to be sure. The pterodons were elusive and managed to pick up both Ichabod and Blaznir and carry him aloft into the sky at different points in the battle. The T-Rex got several successful bites on the party as well, doing massive damage to Caia and Ichabod. The Allosauruses even managed to knock Blaznir to the ground, which also led him to getting rather stuck under its corpse after Caia broke the thing's skull. In the end, the group was victorious against the prehistoric beasts, though all of the team were feeling pretty sore after that battle. The crowd celebrated the party's win with coin and praise that was even echoed by the Zaim. This victory was made even sweeter by the appearance of Biscuit Oliver, Apollyon's former lover and fellow gladiator, who congratulated the Minotaur with both applause and affection, while the rest of the contestants looked on in solidarity. And so, gladiators of the Azure Championship. While Blaznir and Caia went off to bandage their wounds, the rest of your group adjourned to an empty table in the bar underneath the Colosseum so that the pair of lovers could catch up and reminisce about the paths both lives had taken over the last 9 months. Above you, the last few battles of the evening wage on, with fewer and fewer teams returning below as the hours go on. During that time, Biscuit bought your group round after round of drinks as he held your hand, Apollyon, and told you all about his life after the arena. But before we get into all that, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, if you were attracted to a substance, how would you react to being absent for a long period? What might motivate that absence? And looks like Liam is the one who rolled, so you go ahead and go first.
We discussed this a little bit before the game, and it's clearly obvious that Liam has an alcohol addiction. So to play off of that, it would be similar to if Bender were to stop drinking, how he appears to be drunk when he's sober. That's about what the effect would be on Liam if he were to stop drinking.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I like it. Let's go clockwise today. So, Blaznir. What about you and addictive substances?
I don't think Blaznir would easily get addicted to something because he's more one of those dabbler type personalities who would try a lot of different drugs instead of becoming addicted to one. But I also don't think that he would become abstinent.
Yeah.
I think he'd just keep on using.
I can see that. Maybe. Apollyon, how about you?
Oh, back in the day in the arena, people were passing around all kinds of potions. Some kind of crow-based milk potion that makes you jacked, but also makes you shed weight all the time. And yeah, I have to stay away from that. I don't like being in the latrine all day, if you know what I mean.
Oh God.
I'd rather be getting those big gains.
I like it. Okay. Caia, you're next.
This is difficult. I guess if Caia was addicted to something, I feel like maybe she would possibly have a little bit of anger issues if she was abstinent. I guess it would also depend on how addicted she got. As to what might motivate her abstinence, I'm sure if she had the opportunity to learn some new monk techniques but had to be abstinent, she definitely would. She would take the consequences to get those new techniques.
I dig it. Very nice. Ichabod, how about you?
So, answer to another one of these questions, that Ichabod did used to have a drinking problem. So what motivated him to be abstinent was his wife getting very upset about it. And during those few weeks that he had to give it up, he was very irritable, very angry.
He used to have a drinking problem. Now he has a drinking solution.
Yeah, now I think this is like a great moment for it to come up because I'm like drinking round after round. So I'm like staring into my whiskey glass and remembering.
Yeah, no doubt. Which kind of is where we're picking right back up. Okay, gladiators, as I said, you are all seated around a table in the arena under Croft's bar. Caia, you and Blaznir have managed to bind your wounds and use some of your healing abilities to get you to the point that a good long rest is really all the doctor requires at this point, all you really need. So you're able to return to the bar if you wish. It's getting to be rather late in the evening. It's about 11:30 or so, and a few of the few teams that still remain in the championship, most of them have gone to bed by this point. So really, other than your group, the bartender and a few workers, there's not a lot of people in the bar. Over the last couple of hours, Biscuit has been able to tell you all a bit about what happened to him after Apollyon escaped. True to his word, Biscuit was taken to the city to the north, the slave city, and sold to a mercenary company not long after Apollyon had escaped. That company, the Vengeful Sons is what their name is, took Biscuit to the city of Laverin, where the company both resides and works out of. They take both adventuring contracts, often by the Syndicate, and they also compete in fighting tournaments to bolster their coffers. Biscuit admitted that he is technically still owned by the company, who he had eventually learned is owned by the Syndicate's guildmaster, Valenro. From what Biscuit describes, he lives a fairly decent life. While technically a slave, Biscuit is also a full lieutenant in the company's hierarchy, and he has a comfortable existence with his own apartment in Laverin and a stipend to live off of. From his point of view, it's definitely an improvement from the slave pits where the two of you met each other so long ago. Now, as Biscuit finishes his tale, all of you kind of notice the lateness of the hour. Ichabod, like you said, you've been just slamming back those whiskeys. Your focus has pretty well been on the cup and, having your feet shredded by a T-Rex's teeth. So that was fun. But yeah.
All in the line of duty.
You do know that you have an early start in the morning, and you're guaranteed some difficult battles ahead of you. But, gladiators of the Azure Championship, what are you wanting to do for the rest of this evening?
I'm gonna look over at Biscuit and go, hey, wait. If Mr. Cow escaped, doesn't that mean they'd be trying to get him back?
Biscuit looks over at Apollyon and is like, no, that's really, really true, Apollyon. I would assume there was a bounty on your head as well.
Oh no, all free and clear now.
Well, how did you manage that?
Oh, it's all thanks to my friend Mr. Blood from a Stone. He's got friends in low places, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Can you elaborate?
I don't really understand it all that well myself. It's some sort of secret shadow society type stuff.
Right.
He always tells me to be quiet and stop yelling, but I don't listen to him.
Right. The be quiet part. He probably wouldn't like you talking about his business without him around or at all. But,
well, he's not here, so it's alright.
Tell you what, Bucklehat, if you're not more careful tomorrow, then Biscuit there will be taking your place. And Liam strolls off to go to bed.
Okay. Well, you did have a place to stay here in the championship. It was a room that Apollyon had reserved for the two of you, so you can certainly just head off to that. What about the rest of you?
I would like to, if I can, go back to Prudence's house. I've had a few whiskeys.
Okay.
Can you make it quick? This is pretty off book.
I mean, everybody else is getting a little, I'm not trying to take it all up, but I feel bad that I abandoned my son, and when I left, you were like, you're leaving? And I've been thinking about that all day.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you've technically only been gone, like, the day.
Yeah.
So, it's still the evening.
But I've got an idea.
No, absolutely. We can go off this for a minute. Your group y'all do see Ichabod stumbling off, and just heading out. Does anybody choose to follow him?
I'm headed to bed.
I kind of watch as Ichabod walks out the door, kind of ponder it for a second, and is like, nah, he's got this. And I'm going to head off to bed.
This is normal.
Okay. Fair enough. While that's going on, Apollyon, you and Biscuit, well, you have the night together.
We'll sit there and tell stories and tell them all about my adventures and everything, and then we'll go off to bed together, get a good night's rest.
Are you going back to that same bedroom?
I suppose so. That's my bed that I've rented, right?
Yeah, you arranged to use it as a former member of the Gladiator Arena and still a former champion. They absolutely gave you a room. It's a small room. It's not too big. It's it's over here. It's over there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And the two of you go into...
Liam's sleeping in the corner?
Yeah, Liam's sleeping there on the bed, and you and Biscuit kind of just come in that, that romantic movie scene where, they're at the bar, and then they start kissing, and they get up and go, and just keep making out along the path as they go, and there's that warm... romantic music going on, and eventually you get back to the room and you're kicking the door open while in that embrace, pulling things off of one another, and you neither of you notice the fact that Liam is totally asleep in bed by that point.
I am going to make a dexterity save. 21. I get out of their way.
Yeah, just as the two of them slam onto the bed, Liam just jumps up and flips out of the way. Good thing, too.
Oh my god.
Liam, knowing Apollyon,
you don't want to get caught up in that.
He's going to wait out in the hallway until the noise dies down at the very least.
Okay, Apollyon, I'm not going to use your advantage for this, but I do want you to make athletic checks against Biscuit.
Okay. $22.
Well, that beats his 16, so you're the top in this situation.
Oh my god.
But while that's going on, and Liam is just laying on the ground in front of the door, against the door, the sounds aren't pleasant. You have a fairly high passive perception. So yeah, you get to enjoy that tonight.
Yeah, and at the end you just hear a big ol' and boom goes the dynamite.
and you hear both voices in unison saying that.
Of course. That's where he gets his calling card from. That's delightful.
So while that's going on, Ichabod, you are drunk and you are stumbling through the streets of Rowena. You want to find your wife's house, which you have been to before.
Oh yeah.
But you're also drunk as fuck. So first off, I want to see how drunk you are. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 20. I can hold my liquor.
Yeah, you can hold your liquor, so it's not too bad. You are still drunk. Make no mistake about that. But you're not puking drunk. You're more you've had a few too many at the bar, and you're stumbling home drunk. So what I want you to do is now make me a survival check at disadvantage. Your DC is lower because you rolled so high on your con saving throw, and you're trying to find your wife's house. So make me that survival check at disadvantage.
And the first one was so high.
I know.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. That's what I was waiting for, to see if you remember to call out your number.
I did call it out. I think I'm just cutting it out.
Just cutting in and out? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, with a 9, you're stumbling along, looking street to street, and in the dark, this late at night, it is really fucking hard to find where you're going. You don't quite remember where it was. Was she in the southeast? Was she in the southwest? You're not sure. And as you're stumbling, you do see a group of people, 2 individuals, stepping out from an alleyway, looking towards you, and you hear a voice call out, "Hey there, friend. You seem lost." What do you do when you come back online? So, man, Liam, tell me about those sounds you're hearing. They must be horrible.
Well, if you've ever been to like a bull insemination farm, it's pretty similar to what you would hear at one of those.
I've at least seen the show Dr. Pol, so I can imagine. Looks like you're back, Ichabod.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep. So 2 shady individuals have stepped out from the shadows. One's calling to you, "Hey, friend, are you lost? You look like you need some help."
Say, "Nope, sir, I am not lost. In fact, I'm just fine, but thank you for looking out." And I turn to face him.
Okay, you turn to face him, and you can see that it's one's individual is shorter than the other. It was the taller one who spoke to you. He appears to be a tiefling, a purple-skinned tiefling with curling ram's horns, standing there next to a dwarven man, long brown beard.
Well, since he's a tiefling, I add, I especially don't need no help from the likes of you.
Oh, yeah, the tiefling kind of scowls a little bit and he says, "No need to be like that. You just seem lost. Perhaps we can help you somewhere."
I try to think in my head if I have any descripting factors of the house. I think she grew flowers or something.
Yeah, you tell me.
I think that's what you had said, was that there were the same flowers, so I will describe those to him, and I say, "I'm looking for a house that's got these flower boxes on the window. Have you seen it before?"
Okay, make a persuasion check.
That's gonna go great. I'm very persuasive. Alright. Oh, I rolled it with disadvantage still, but I don't think it's supposed to be.
No, we'll take the first one.
Nice! Nat 20!
Yeah, I'm gonna...
After insulting him.
Yeah, You say these things, and the dwarf kind of smiles, and he walks over towards you with the tiefling kind of following behind, and the dwarf says, "Oh, I've seen a place like that. Absolutely. We'd be happy to show you how to get there."
You are so gonna get robbed.
Alright.
Yeah, I heard you there for a second.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. I tell them to go ahead to lead the way, so that they're walking in front of me.
Okay. And while you're doing that, make a perception check, please.
Yeah, I'm about to get robbed. I'm used to it. 8! Always getting robbed in this shithole.
Okay. So yeah, that was an extra plus 6.
Well, yes, this paladin
there.
did agree to be my slave while they were drunk. What of it?
I don't make a good slave.
Yeah, absolutely. So they walk you along for about 20 or so minutes, guiding you down the streets in a southwestern direction. As they're doing so, one of them does pat you on the back at one point, and in your drunken state, you're kind of like, well, maybe these people are a bit more friendly than I was expecting. This continues on for about 10 minutes. And then they kind of tell you at one point, now just walk around the corner right there and you'll find the place.
I'm friendly with dwarves.
What's that?
Oh, I didn't anything.
Said something about the dwarf.
Oh, I had said that I am friendly to dwarves.
Okay.
I'm just coming through later.
Okay, well, they tell you to go ahead and go around the corner of one street, and it'll be right down there.
Something I know to be a lie, but I'll check anyway.
Okay. And as you're doing so, you walk around. Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
I perceive. 22!
You do perceive. You look down that alleyway, and you glance back, and or not. It's not an alleyway. It's a street. You go to the corner. You look down there, and you look down in the direction they indicated, and you don't see a house with any flowers. There are quite a few houses, and like all of them have plants and things like that growing off of them. But you definitely do not see the flowers that you're looking for in particular. You turn around and glance back, and the tiefling is gone, and the dwarf seems to be slipping down an alleyway.
So nod my head knowingly, like I should have known better, and start walking back towards the where we were staying. I think we're staying in an inn, right?
You were staying at an inn.
Yeah. Bust.
Well, as you do, you're kind of you're just walking back. You notice that your pack is a little bit lighter. You are missing all of your gold and one of your lesser healing potions.
All of it?
Yep, all of it. They slit your bag.
That's quite a lot of gold to be able to steal, but okay.
Yeah, you rolled really low on the perception.
Yeah, but I would...
Yeah.
Shit has consequences in the city of thieves.
If you're going on a side plot, it has consequences. Alright, I return home and rest as you wish, master.
So sorry. Anyway, you do head back to the inn. Caia, Blaznir, you said you were heading back there as well. You're probably asleep at this point. Eventually, you all do go to bed and manage to get a long rest.
Hooray, my hit points are back.
Hit points are back. Prep the spells you want to prep because your next battle is coming up early.
Yeehaw.
Does anybody have anything they want to do in the morning? Those of you who are drinking heavily, Ichabod, you especially, you do have one hell of a hangover.
That spell sucks, so I'll take that one.
Drunken masters are immune to hangovers, sorry.
Yeah, you're always fine.
Alright, I gotta head out. I'll be back in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay, sounds
Gotcha.
good. We all know what Caia does on her first round. 2 hits with the quarterstaff, and then 2 flurry of blows. Yep. Oh, and she wants a hand of harm added to that. So I will add that hand of harm.
Just punch them into the dirt.
Exactly. That's what monks do. Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to do in the morning besides prepping for their fight?
No, I'm good.
While we're having breakfast, I'll just look over at Ichabod and I'll be like, hey, we've adventured together for a while, so it was not cool of Caia to leave me out to dry yesterday. I don't know if she had a bad attitude or something, but that girl needs to get her head on straight.
Ichabod is staring blankly forward, and then halfway through your sentence looks at you and goes, what?
She punched that dinosaur and it fell right on top of me, and she didn't even try and pull it off of me.
That was a good punch. Listen, Blaznir, I'm sorry, but you gotta, I've been trying to work with you. You gotta stack on some muscle. Gotta get yourself out of those situations.
I
It's
have
gonna be
like
different today.
anti-muscles.
Anti-muscles.
Yeah.
That's what you get for not showing up for the session. Yeah, people make fun of your character.
Pretty much. Okay. Well, you all head back to the arena. Those of you who are sleeping in the arena, make your way back to the bar as well. Like I said, quite
Inverted muscle.
there's quite fewer combatants at this point. Round 2 was pretty severe, and it wasn't only Biscuit's team that failed to keep everyone alive. So those that are left, they're kind of rebuilding teams and getting back together to continue on. And so your group actually waits a little bit before your first battle starts. One thing you do notice that when the last group comes back before your fight, that they are all wet.
All wet, huh?
Don't like that.
Is it raining out?
Maybe they turned on that water switch too.
Never know.
Maybe they turned it on in celebration. They knew it was water, so they went ahead and pulled it to shower off.
You do hear something.
Do they look upset? Do they look like tired and defeated, or do they look like good, or what?
The group that comes back, let's see how well they did. They actually did really freaking well. They seem triumphant. All 5 of them are still together. They are drenched and they look freaking exhausted, to be sure. Cool. They don't really say what happened to them. They just kind of silently head over to the bar, sit down at the bar, and order a round of drinks. And it's pretty quick that gnome calls your group and says, "Come on, let's get going. It's your turn already."
How do they smell?
Make a perception check.
Sure. 19. Because, like, if it's just water that they're wet because of, then that's no big deal and it wouldn't smell like much, but...
They smell fishy and like the sea.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, it's not long before you all find out what it is. You're led up to the gate, and as you step out, you see this. It's almost as if that pillar that you guys turned on never got turned off, because the entire arena is filled with water.
Oh, fun.
Yikes.
Only Apollyon is equipped for every single terrain.
That's right. I'm gonna pull out my Aqua Minotaur sheet real quick.
You cannot turn into Aqua Minotaur.
What? I thought I could just turn into it at will.
That you have abilities with the.
I'm just kidding.
I know you are. I know. That would be fucking weird. I mean, hey, you know what? You want to say there's an illusion that comes on that turns you green when you jump in the water, whatever. I don't know.
No, it's okay.
No, that was the cursed form. That wasn't the trident that did that to you. That was the crown.
Oh, the crown. That's right.
Yeah.
Now I'm just Aquaman.
Yeah. Now you're just Aquaman.
Minotaur.
I'm gonna cast Summon Full Moon.
You're gonna summon a full moon? Okay. That doesn't work that way either. But as I said, you step out onto what appears to be a pier that's been built into the water. It's sitting there floating. It's actually kind of floating with the waves that rise and fall fairly steadily. The crowd is cheering. They love the fact that you're out next, and you hear the MC calling out as you all step out onto the pier. You hear, "The ocean depths are dangerous things. You never know what lurks in those cold and forgotten waters. I give you the horrors of the sea. And the crowd just cheers in just a loud roar. Yeah! You hear Apollyon and the Golden Boi called out over and over again as well. You can move up to your movement speed if you want to get yourselves into position. You have a few seconds to do that before the battle begins. So go ahead and move where you want to on the map, and then roll me some initiative.
Initiative! Okay, middle of the road.
Water battle. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Now, Ichabod, you do have the option. You can still bring out your warhorse if you wanted to. I left it off there because I kind of felt like you wouldn't, but it's up to you.
Was that about Salvatore? Sorry, I just cut out.
Oh, I was saying that if you want to pull Salvatore onto this map, they would have brought him up for you.
Okay, yeah, I think because Ichabod did not know it was going to be a water battle, I've got the horse, though I don't think he'll be of much use. Get bigger.
Sure, every underwater indescribable horror from beyond needs a snack.
Yeah. But he's a bullet sponge for this battle.
I apologize, Matt. I forgot to click my character. I'm a 13.
I'm still wearing the Cloak of the Manta Ray, right?
You tell me what your...
It doesn't require attunement, right?
You tell me.
Yeah, another thing.
If it doesn't require attunement, I'm using all the magic items I have.
I think the issue was, do you have another cloak? If not, then you're fine.
I don't have a cloak. I had the Cloak of Billowing, but that was like hell ago.
Okay, yes, the Cloak of the Manta Ray does not require attunement.
It does take an action to pull the hood up, though.
Alright, I'm doing it. You gave us one turn before, right? Or was it only movement?
No.
If it's only movement, I don't want to do it.
Well, no, as you're moving, like, if once you saw it was water, like, you could have just pulled the hood up. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Wait, so then could I
Action?
cast Freedom of Movement? Because that's also an action.
Are you really being...
It's only fair if you give somebody an
Like,
action.
it says it's an action to pull it up, so...
Yeah, I was saying, if we only have enough time to just like walk forward a little bit, that's fine. But if you're gonna give us an action, then everybody should get it.
That's fine. Everyone can have an action as you're walking up.
Cool.
Because the reason I'm saying that is the moment you're walking out, you can see the fucking water. So if that's what you would do the moment you're walking out, as the MC is calling, fine. But that's really it.
Yeah. Sweet.
To aid on myself, Liam, and Blaznir.
Sweet. 5 extra hit points.
Yeah, my only action, I'm just taking my glaive out. I'm not anticipating being pulled in the water, but it'll probably happen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the last guys were wet and smelled fishy, so...
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah.
That's gotta be one of their moves, is pull you in.
Well, you know that every round isn't the same monsters, too, right?
No.
Yeah.
But I assume whatever this is might have the ability to either knock in, pull in, bite in, something. So that's just what's going through my head, though. I'm got no preparation for it.
Or just try and swallow
We
us
also
whole.
see some like dead bodies floating in the water. Is that what this is?
Yeah, there's definitely some dead body parts and things like that floating in the water. It's full of water and it's really deep, so they can't like fish everything out. So there's like debris and stuff floating in the water from previous battles.
Cool. I dig it.
Let's see. Looks like I'm missing Ichabod still in initiative.
I rolled a 5.14.
Okay.
It showed up for a moment and then vanished. In a bad way.
Yeah, we've had water battles before. Liam's not fond of the water. Plus, he got his hair all looking just the way he wants it.
Hold my breath for 5 minutes.
Blaznir is not fond of the water because water things are usually resistant to fire.
Yeah, if you're just holding your breath, but if you're like exerting yourself underwater, I'm sure that speeds up the amount of time you can hold your breath, you know.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, you can't see what's going on right now, but there is some stuff going on right now before Liam's turn. Let's see here. So, you're going to see me moving my lips, but I'm talking to the audience, so bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
So, basically what's going on right now is the gates are opening and things are starting to swim out.
I was tempted to cast that
first
spell
thing
on
was,
your horse, but I
Rasslith.
figured it would be better to cast it on myself so that Blaznir has less chance of dying.
It actually is kind
Yeah,
of this odd
whatever
looking,
happens to Salvatore, just let it happen. If he dies, he
odd
dies.
looking fishy thing, more like
no,
a
you
serpent
gotta
than
do the right
anything else.
voice. If he dies, he dies.
He comes
I'm not
swimming
even gonna
out,
attempt
gets,
that.
let's see, he's gonna need to get to right about there. But he's staying down low, hasn't come quite up yet. So that's his turn. The next thing is, your group can see, a fin comes poking out from the water, right about here.
Dun-dun,
Mm-hmm.
Right about where?
dun-dun,
It's to the north, you'd be able to see.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I had to zoom out.
dun-dun.
It gets to right about there on its turn. Now, Liam, you're up. So what would you like to do?
Alright. I'll move to a relatively central point on the dock here. And since I can see that thing and he's within 60 feet, I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Okay.
And take a couple shots with my bow. So that was bonus action and 2 shots for action. Both hit. 25 and a 20.
Let's see here. Yeah, both definitely hit.
Alright. First one for 8. The second one for 11. And 2 burns of Hex. So in total, 19 to, what is that, 25, 28? Yeah. 28 damage, 2 shots. And I'll stay right there, yeah.
So both arrows hit their mark, hitting the obvious shark right in the back. And the arrows just kind of stick out from the thing. And it jerks reflexively, but it is still alive and swimming towards the pier.
Sure.
Okay. That's Liam's turn. You're going to see me, my lips moving. I'm talking to the audience.
God, it's like he loves the audience way more than he loves us.
I'm going to mute them this time because they're annoying. But anyway, the next thing we have are a pair of water weirds. They come swimming out from their gates, getting right to about where they are. They are completely invisible in water, so they are not seen in any way, shape, or form. That was their movement. For their action, they'll go ahead and move a bit farther. Getting right underneath the pier. Right to there. That was that guy, that was that guy. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and move them both to right here. They're getting prepared to, but they're hiding underneath the pier right now. Okay, Caia is up next. She doesn't really have a whole lot that she can do as a monk. She does have her dart of returning. So, yeah. That's probably what she's going to be doing. Throwing her dart. She just moves forward right to about there. She's looking at that shark that Liam had just pegged twice with arrows, and she pulls out her dart from her belt and throws it. $19 does hit. For 7 points of damage, it returns to her hand, and then she throws it again. 20 is also going to hit. Another 5 points of damage. The dart returns to her hand once again. It's kind of like one of those kunai style darts, you know, a throwing knife. Returns to her hand. She puts it back on her belt and then has her quarterstaff at the ready. I'm going to say, let's see, I think you can take patient defense as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she is going to then just move kind of opposite where you are, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet to right there, and she'll take patient defense.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely quite a bit of blood coming up from the shark right now. I'm not sure. Do they actually have blood? I'm not sure.
No, shark's got blood.
Okay, so yeah, some of that dark blood is coming out from the shark at that point, from Caia.
Ooh, maybe the other sharks will frenzy on him.
Well, you do actually see another shark rising to the surface right about there.
Here we go. To the south.
So swimming right towards your group there, but that's about as far as its movement allows. It uses both its movement and action to get to that point. So you do see another one of those fins coming up in the water, Blaznir. And it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over here, and I'm gonna look at Apollyon and go, you know what your problem is? You don't think big enough. And I'm gonna cast Enlarge Reduce on him.
Oh no.
To make him big.
Alright.
Nice.
What all
We did that with the turtle. Is this gonna break the pier?
That's why I moved away in case it does.
That's not a bad thought.
Right.
Because his weight is multiplied by 8.
By 8? What is your weight, Apollyon?
250, I think.
50.
Yeah. He's 7 feet tall and 250 pounds.
Yeah,
so that'd be
you're
2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So he immediately doubles in size, becoming large, and the pier underneath him begins to wobble. Like I said, it was on floats, and it starts sinking downward the moment he gets big. All of you, I want every single one of you to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Go enough.
15.
20 for Caia.
A 6 for Blaznir.
Do I have to make one as well?
Yes. very much so you do.
Does he get to add a D4?
The D4 is
Just
That's
for
only
attack.
strength.
Yes.
It's only for strength.
Oh, that's just damage. Okay.
Strength checks, strength saving throws, and then a D4 for damage. Yep.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, Brie got a 23.
Oh, cool. So then I actually have a 10 instead of a 6.
Oh, I get a +4. Then I got a 19.
Yeah, because of the paladin aura.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I am within 10 feet. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
So basically what happens is Apollyon begins sinking and the entire pier starts going upward at an angle and down into the water along with him. Yeah, it basically all of... Damn it.
Yep.
Basically, all of that is now underwater. Apollyon, you managed to keep your feet, and you're kind of standing on it like almost like a, what am I thinking of? A surfboard, a little bit.
Like a surfboard?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're kind of like balancing on there, keeping your feet fairly well. Blaznir, you unfortunately do not. Your feet go out from under you, you land on your ass, and begin sliding downward. You end up right about here.
Yeah.
And basically,
Yep.
there is this a pole right there that you did the splits on, and you crack your nuts.
Oh.
Damn.
Here we go again.
Yeah. You're only going to take 2 points of damage, but ow, that hurt.
Cracking your nuts is the real life version of being stunned.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. But Apollyon is now huge, and you're not like underwater, which is a good thing.
Well, I'm about to be. I'm about to just dive off the pier.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, Apollyon. Well, Blaznir, you do still have a bonus action if you want to do anything else.
Let me see.
If you're not too dazed from the nut stomp.
Yeah, I'll give Bardic Inspo to Ichabod.
Okay.
Thank you. Is that a D6?
I believe
Yes.
it is.
I hope the horse of yours can swim.
Ichabod shrugs.
Okay. Well, Apollyon, it is your turn now. You're kind of standing there, just barely managing to maintain your balance. Well, not barely, because you rolled pretty high. So you maintain your balance fairly well. Everybody who rolled a 12 or lower is the ones that got fucked. But anyway, you're up on...
All right, yeah.
You're standing there. Now, the gods seem to be looking down on you with favor right now. You have advantage on you this turn. Whatever first thing you want to do with it.
All right, I'm gonna like swan dive into the water here.
Yeah, you can easily jump off that into the water, and as you do, everything just goes up. The whole pier goes flying upward again, relieved of your weight. I need everybody once again make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. 12 plus 4, so 16.
Whoops, I just deleted the whole fucking thing.
Oh, the whole map's gone.
I got a 21.
Control Z, Control Z.
Undo.
Do I get any benefit for having freedom of movement on?
What does freedom of movement give you?
It gives me being underwater imposes no penalties on my movement or attacks. I can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints. Unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce my speed nor cause me to be paralyzed or restrained.
Is the +4 a dice roll? Is it different every time?
No, it's
No,
plus
it's
4.
just a flat
Okay.
plus
It's a
four.
+4.
So-
Okay.
I'm reading it right now.
Mhm.
So what's happening is the pier that you were sitting on that was half underwater just went flying upward.
Mhm.
So, like, you're not in the water, so it doesn't do anything for that.
Wait, but there's no pier where I'm at right now.
Yeah, how did you get it?
Yeah, I guess he didn't
He
have
slid-
to make a save. He wasn't on the
He
pier.
slid down. So was he like clinging to the edge of it or something?
Because, like
legs in
Okay,
the
yeah.
water, like
Yeah, you were-
torso
I,
above the
I
water.
was right here when I first failed my save, so I would have either had to go down or end up in the water, really.
Okay, so you should have been, like, right here on the edge. That's where you hit the thing.
That's where I started.
Okay, but remember the thing went down,
Mhm.
and so that's kind of why I moved you down. You were just representing the fact that
Okay.
you had gone below the water a bit,
Oh, okay.
and then it went flying back up again. So the
Sure.
dex saving throws that I was having you do is whether or not you went flying when the thing went up again.
That's
Does that make
fine.
sense?
I got a 21.
Well, yeah, you're good. You managed to hold on to that post that you were hanging on.
And it wraps you in the nuts again.
No, you're just you're just holding on to it. You're fine. Let's see. It looks like Liam, you're the only one that failed with your 12. So
I got a 16.
Oh, you
Plus
got
4.
16?
+4.
Got it. Oh, because
Oh, yeah, so it'd be a 25.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You had to beat a 14. So the thing goes flying upward again. Everyone just kind of goes up, but lands and manages to maintain their footing when that happens. So now, Apollyon, you are underwater.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use my movement to go. So I can see this shark right here, right?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
definitely see the shark.
All right, I'm gonna use my movement to go around and behind him.
Okay.
Can I have advantage on attack if I'm behind him?
Well, you're not flanking him or anything.
You're not
but-
surprised.
All right,
him. He
that's
saw
cool.
you
I'll
go
use
back
reckless
there.
attack.
But hold on. You have advantage from blood from a stone right now anyway.
Oh hell yeah! All right, cool. Just regular old advantage, and I'm gonna attack with my trident.
Okay.
Or trident. Why couldn't you
25 to hit.
better than this?
Oh,
Second
yeah,
attack.
definitely is.
Do I get advantage on both attacks?
Not normally. It's only for the first attack when you get advantage or damage.
Okay, I'll use reckless.
That's fine.
A critical! Oh!
Nice.
Alright, so the first one
Stabbing that shark in the butthole.
is it
18.
okay, it is rolling the lightning damage. Okay,
Yes,
so
it is.
18. And then the second one is 10 plus 23 plus I get an additional damage die for my brutal critical, I think.
Yeah, with melee attacks, right?
Pop up brutal critical.
One
Yeah.
additional weapon damage die. Okay, so that'd just be a D8, I think. Oh, D6.
Yeah, the
D6.
weapons damage die, yeah.
Don't forget to add your extra D4 for each attack from being large-sized.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
Alright, so that's an additional 9 damage. Okay, let's add all this up.
So I was adding it up as we went. You did 50 points of damage.
Nice.
Woo!
So basically, you just come swimming up behind this shark and start stabbing the thing over and over again with your trident. The electric energy blasting through it to the point that it just like fries from the electricity and the water around them, and it partially cooks, and it is dead.
Tasty shark. Yeah, that's it on my turn.
Reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and claim credit for that one. You're welcome.
You could. You got a bonus action still if you want it.
But I don't want to rage at the end of my turn.
Okay.
I could action surge, but no, I don't need to. Yep, that's it.
Fair enough. Okay. Last in initiative order is Ichabod.
I would like to hop off my horse here
Okay.
and walk up next to Liam. And I'm gonna put my sword on my back, and I'm gonna pull out my heavy crossbow and try to hit this fella out here.
Why you had to step in front of me to do it? That's kind of ignorant, but all right. Sure.
Is it ignorant? Is it ignorant? Is that what it is?
It's ignorant, is how I'd pronounce it.
Oh, now I
ignorant.
understand what you're saying. I am so sorry about that, and I take a step back.
No, you're fine. You did it. It's done.
24.
24 definitely hits.
For 11 piercing damage on my first attack.
Yeah, and with that attack, like, the crossbow bolt goes flying, stabs right into the shark, and he is dead.
Look at Liam and I say, "Did you see any more of these fellers here?" And I try
Not
to take
yet.
over.
But you can't. You actually can't do that with the crossbow unless you have the crossbow expert feat.
What do you mean?
You have to reload it.
You have to reload it. It takes a. You can only fire once from a crossbow on your action. That's one of the limitations of it. Unless you have the crossbow expert.
Yep,
But-
it's got the reloading property.
Would if I switch to a javelin? Did you hear me about the javelin?
No, even if you
would
switch
work.
to
Okay.
a javelin.
Okay, no problem. So what do I got left? A bonus action. I'll wait. I'll hold my turn.
That's truly great. I thought Matt was just gonna dip him underwater and make me lose my hex for the rest of the round.
No. But I do look at Liam and I say, "Listen, Liam, I know you aren't too fond of me, and frankly, I think you'd be in the majority on that opinion. But from where I'm standing, I could find you a kindred spirit." And then I have my turn.
Are you hit?
Did I what?
Stiff Ichabod is hitting on me.
Okay. Well, with the end of Ichabod's turn, Apollyon, the gods seem to be looking down on you in favor again, and it's giving you an extra turn.
Woo!
You know it.
Man who tells it like it is.
But as you look around, like, you don't act right as of right now. The only things you saw are the two floating sharks bobbing in the pool. So
All right, I'll dive underwater. Here, I'll dive and go 10, 20, 30, 40 feet to there. And I don't know, I mean, I assume I can somewhat see underwater. Should I make a perception check to see if I see anything moving around?
Yeah, if you're looking for something else, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you're looking around, like, you don't see anything in the immediate area. It's very dark down there. It's still bright in the day, so you can see a bit, but it's murky, it's cloudy. It looks like the pool extends downward quite a ways, a good 50 or so extra feet from where you are, and you're already about 30 feet down.
Alright, well, I'll dash then. My turn.
Okay.
Let's see, 10, 20, 30. Alright, I get to about there. Do I see anything?
I'm still looking. Go ahead and make one more perception check.
Alright. Wow.
It's hard to tell. You can see a bit of a ripple towards the surface to the north of where you are, but you can't quite tell what it is. It's because like you're halfway down in the water right now, but at least there's something bobbing up there.
Alright, well, I dashed, so I guess I can't really do anything else. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do, I guess.
Unfortunately, you guys killed those first two really, really quickly. So that's the end of that turn. And since we're at the top of the order, I think this is a good place to take a break.
Alright.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we're going to find out what's happening next in this watery battle. Stay tuned.
Alright.
Howdy, everybody. We are back. I'm still getting the hang of this stupid Streamlabs thing, but I'll figure it out eventually. It is the top of the order. And at the top of the order, Apollyon, you would see somewhere to the north movement. We're going based on your passive perception. What is your passive perception here right now?
10.
Yeah, so you're not seeing a lot, but you do see like a bit of movement going somewhere to the north. But that's really about it. The rest of you, however, those of you who are standing on the pier, would see that a bit of a wave starts rippling, and then a spout of water rises up. And as the water starts to come down, you see a very odd-looking creature. It has an almost reptilian face, but it's also chitinous. And, well, it looks kind of like that.
Whoa.
Which I'll show you in a handout.
Whoa. Yeah, pictures. Oh, for your guys' game tomorrow, I got a mini. I paid for a pre-painted, awesome fucking mini.
Well, there you go. It's kind of serpentine, but it has like these fins and strange kind of weird-looking arms with like a long, jagged, almost hook-like appendage coming off of it at either side. Pretty scary looking, to be sure. Now, what it does, as it rises up, it moves over about 5, 10, 15, to right about here.
Come and get him.
That's me.
Yeah, as it moves, it kind of puffs up its chest and then shoots out this long spout of water that it can see within 60 feet, which... Yeah, it's just kind of shooting that way.
Salvatore, get down!
Salvatore, don't get down.
Salvatore.
Oh, no, I read that wrong. It does just hit one creature, fortunately.
Okay.
So that's shooting right at you, Liam.
Yeah?
So what I'm going to need from you is make me a strength saving throw as this shot of water just slams into you. The spout of water that slams into you.
17?
17 is exactly what you needed. Good thing there.
Get a +4.
That saves the save. Acid?
Yeah, so in total, what you take is 9 points of acid damage as a spout of water hits you and begins trying to pull you toward it. Fortunately, you manage to keep your feet and hold firm, and it does not pull you into the water.
Messed up my hair!
Yep, it is then going to move the rest of its movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it's beginning to climb up the pier towards your group. As it does, the pier is beginning to tip forward just a little bit as these tentacle-y things latch onto it and begin to pull its body upward. And Liam, it's your turn. So what do you want to do?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, the power at my apartment everything went out for just a second.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Bad luck today.
That sucks. Well, if you just tell me what you want to do, I can move your token for you.
Well, the guy that just shot me, is he still visible?
Yeah, he's actually climbing up onto the pier, and the pier's kind of angling downward from the weight of it.
He's only 10 feet away from you.
Perfect. First thing, with 10 feet away from me, I didn't have my glaive out, I had my bow out, so I can't use my reaction before he does that.
No.
Damn, power just went out again. I don't know what's going on. So I'll pull out my glaive. Bonus action, I'm going to move my hex to this guy.
Okay.
And then I will take 2 attacks at him.
Okay, you're using the reach of the glaive. You probably got.
Yes, the reach of the glaive, the full 10 feet.
Okay, you're gonna have to move forward 5 feet to get him because he's half onto the water, half on the pier. But you can do that. So go ahead and make.
Yeah, absolutely. Just get me in melee with him.
Yep, and then I'll make 2 attacks with your glaive.
Okay.
Do you have the Roll20 app?
I don't think so on my phone.
Okay. It actually, if you did, you'd be able to roll the things yourself just from that, just so you know. But
just help me through this one turn. I should be back on by my next turn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I already rolled. You rolled an 18 and a nat 20 for a 30.
Yeah!
Oh, I don't get to see my own nat 20. I'm so annoyed right now. Damn it. Alright, the nat 20 with the vicious glaive does extra damage, so that's freaking sweet. So, roll that beautiful damage dice.
Yeah, let's see. I accidentally hit it a third time. We're going to ignore that. That 18, you did 10 points of damage, and then it's a... How much is the... Oh, I forgot to do the hex.
Hex is a d6.
Yep, so that's a d4. You got a 4, you just added to that. So 14 points of damage for the first one. That was a 15 and a 10 for the nat 20.
Nice.
So an extra 25 points of damage there. Plus
a d6, yeah.
A d6 rolled twice because it's a crit.
Right.
So that's an additional 6. So in total, let's see, that's 25, 31, 35, 45. So 45 points of damage with those 2 hits on the, it's a Rastalith is what it's actually called.
Alright, then after I do the damage, I'm going to use my mobile ability to slip away a little further back onto the pier. Man, power just keeps going off and on randomly. This sucks.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. But yeah, that's it for your turn.
Awesome.
How far back did you want to move?
Just 10 feet back.
Okay, I'm going to put you right there, just a little bit away from Ichabod, so you have space to move.
Yeah, just a little bit away.
You got it. Okay.
Alright.
With your turn over, next up, Apollyon, you cannot see this in any way, shape, or form. This is completely invisible to you while you're in the water, but a bit of a current starts rippling towards you. And as it does, get right there next to you. Let's see. That should not have been. A 13 does not hit. And neither does a 12. You basically feel this rippling current slamming against your back, like trying to wrap itself around you, but it doesn't seem to be able to grab onto you with how quick you are underwater, Apollyon. But you definitely felt it.
Okay.
That's it for that one's turn. The next one actually, well, it swims underneath the pier. And Blaznir, you would be able to see something pop up out of the water. Just basically, it looks like water rising up in kind of like a column, and that column just lunges towards you.
Yikes. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep, 23 is definitely going to hit. For 17 points of damage, and the water just wraps around you. And as it, what's that? Ichabod, did you say something?
Sorry, I think my audio is just coming after I say it sometimes. I was saying it's funny how Blaznir's hiding behind Salvatore and still gets got.
Yep. Well, once it grabs you, it actually pulls you into the water with it. And pulls you downward. So we're going to move back to right about there. You are now in the water as well, constricted, being held by this water, which as he pulls you under. It's almost as though there's just a current holding you in place. That's it for that one's turn. Caia, you're up next.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go after the one I still see and go up here.
Well, you did also just see Blaznir getting pulled under the water.
Yeah, by water, so how am I gonna see water underwater?
I don't know, I'm just
You're
telling
a
you what
turtle.
you
You live in that water.
So I'm gonna come up here.
Water.
I'm gonna come up here and attack this guy. I'm gonna clobber him. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 22 and a 30.
Yeah, both hit.
For that much, that's 26 damage. Then I'm gonna flurry of blows. 26 and a 19.
Both hit.
Okay, there, and then the second one's gonna be a hand of harm for another, what's that, 9, 12, 23, 23 and 26.
So 49.
Yes.
49
yes.
points of damage. Pretty heavy hits as you're slamming into this creature over and over again with that quarter staff and the repeated punches. It looks hurt, but not that hurt.
Okay, and give me just 1 second. Let me see what I got. Because I kind of want to... Hold on. Because I know I can... Depth of the wind... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use another key point, and I'm going to go back a little bit.
You're going to disengage?
Yes. So I did 35. I'm going to come back to here.
Didn't she just use Flurry of Blows?
Yeah, you can't do that because Step of the Wind is a bonus action.
Oh, my bad. Okay, never mind then. Then I'm not... I'm done then.
Yeah, I was just looking at Step of the Wind. Okay. That's it for Caia's turn. Blaznir, you're up next. You're being held underwater by a current. that is holding you in place.
Alright, 5 feet of movement using freedom of movement to escape the grapple. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go there.
So you just go swimming as fast as you can with that freedom of movement. Yeah, you're able to get back up and pull yourself up onto the pier.
And then I'm going to cast a bard spell at the water weird thingy that pulled me into the water.
I gave you an icon to represent freedom of movement because I forgot to do that earlier.
Sure. So it's a wisdom saving throw as he suddenly starts to hear, "Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land. Hope you understand." And if he fails, right there, it is psychic damage, and he has to use his reaction to move as far as his speed allows away from me.
Okay, so let's see. Target one creature of your choice within range. You don't actually have to see this thing to cast the spell. So yeah, I'm gonna say you can definitely do that. Let me pull that up. What did you say it was again? A con?
Wisdom.
Wisdom
saving throw.
Got it.
DC 17.
How wise is the water? The water wise?
Good question. Let's find out. That's a 4. So
Not wise
very.
at all. So it's 12 psychic damage, and then he has to use his reaction to move as far away from me as his speed will allow.
I like it.
To any place that's not obviously dangerous ground.
12 points of damage, and then, yeah, it just goes, it's full movement, which is quite a bit, actually. 60, right there. Okay, yeah. That ripple of water just kind of goes moving off. Can't really see it anymore at this point, but you definitely know that spell connected.
Nice. I believe that will be my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Apollyon, who felt that water rippling about him, but that's really about it.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot straight up to the surface after feeling that. I feel like I gotta see what's going on.
Okay,
So I was about 30 feet down, so 30 feet of movement to get up to the surface.
well, as you do that, you feel that constriction kind of trying to grasp at you again. 1 second here. Does a 19 hit?
As an attack roll?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you feel like this rippling kind of going at your body again, but you're Apollyon and you're strong, and you go swimming up to the surface.
Alright. I can now see this guy over here.
Yeah, you can definitely see that guy. He's like clinging to the edge of the pier, so it's like down a little bit towards it. So you're able to see it.
Alright, yeah, I'll use the remainder of my movement to get to here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fire Eldritch Blast at this dude.
Ha! I'm back!
Welcome back.
Alright, 18, 14, and 23. Any of those hit?
The 18 and the 23 hit.
Alright. $14 force damage.
14
Welcome.
points of force damage.
And That's it.
Do anything else? That's it for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. Ichabod, you're up next.
All right. So I'm gonna put away that heavy crossbow, of course. Pull out my whip, and then I'm gonna try to hit this big monster up here. This guy.
Yep. Well, your whip has some range on it, so
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm just gonna stay right here, and then I'm gonna whip him. So the first one is an 18.
18 just hits.
Sweet. So I think I'm also gonna pump him with a smite, if you don't mind.
I think you can do that.
2d8. So 11 plus 12, 23. And then I'm gonna expend a charge to try to grapple him with my whip.
Now, the Dreamer's Scourge, did I classify that as a magic weapon?
I have no.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I did.
Does it have a bonus to hit? If it has a bonus to hit, then it's automatically a magic weapon.
Yeah, how does that look on your character sheet? Let's see here.
But it says Dreamer Scourge plus 8.
Does not. Okay. That's what I needed to know.
Okay, so he needs to succeed on a DC 13 strength.
Second here.
And here it says strength check, because that's what you texted me.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's a saving throw.
Okay, strength. I'll change it. Saving.
Or it would be an effort. Well, hold on. Because it's trying to make a grapple, so that would be an athletics check. Which, depending on whether. So basically, it could be a strength saving throw, or it could be an athletics check, depending on whether or not he has proficiency in the athletics check. I mean, it's the same. That would be a 19.
Okay, but it has just a specified DC. Succeeds.
Yeah, it just
but I'll
has-
still hit him again. It's another 18
Yeah, it just hits.
for 9. And then I will, walk forward with my in my other hand, and I'll use my bonus action to hit him with the Son of Bowers. That's nat 20.
Wow, nice.
Damn. Okay. 11,
Yep.
17, 30. 30 on that one. So I tried to grapple him, didn't work. I just pull my whip back, and I run up and I stab him.
So yeah, that last one was 20 more points of damage. So you run up and stab him. Now, when you're hitting with the whip, it seemed like it was hitting it, but it was kind of bouncing off of those hard scales on the creature. But the Son of Balrus, yeah, cut straight through like butter, doing quite a bit of damage. This creature is definitely looking bloodied at this point.
Awesome. And I'm gonna end my turn right there,
Nice.
next to Caia, where I'm supposed to be in.
Okay. Well, that's it for your turn. At the bottom of the order, the last of these things have made it to the surface. They're coming over this way, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's making an attack at you. Basically, Ichabod, you see this water begin to rise up next to the creature that you were just hitting, and it's trying to attack you.
Enough?
That's a 21.
The 21 will hit because I don't have my sword equipped.
Okay.
Or my shield, I mean.
That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. The water just wraps around you and pulls, and you are pulled into the water.
Well, I'll be seeing you, Caia.
You go,
Oh.
and it's going to move you right out to there. There you are, in the water. that's it for that turn. Next up, at the top of the order, we have the Rasslith. It's not looking too thrilled about being smashed at repeatedly. It gets to do all of its things this time since it has things close. So that's fun. First thing it's gonna do is, Apollyon, you are a big target. So it's gonna be shooting its grasping sprout. Grasping sprout. Sprout? Yeah, it does say sprout. I feel like it should say spout. It actually, it says S-P-R-O-U-T. Grasping sprout.
Interesting. This is one of those druid vine zombie things we've heard about.
Well, I mean, anyway.
Okay.
It's just funny. So what I need you to do is I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, Apollyon.
Wow, even with advantage, that's a 12.
Yeah, that's not enough. So you're.
Can I use a lucky point?
Yeah, you can make it. You can do a lucky point for one more roll.
Or does lucky only work when you didn't already have advantage?
No, it basically just allows you to make one new roll. So you can roll a d20 one more time.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's like my level 20 character where I have triple advantage. An 8 plus 9 is 17.
17 just makes it. So you only take half of that, 8 points of acid damage, and you are not pulled towards it.
Ooh. All right. So
Okay.
8 damage.
Yep, 8 points of damage. Then it gets to make its 3 attacks, one with its bite and 2 with its claws. And Caia, you're the one in front, so that's who it's hitting. Bite attack is a nat 20 for a 29.
Yo!
We've been doing a lot of
That doesn't
nats.
hit.
So that's a total of 64
Holy shit!
points of damage.
I disagree with that roll.
Ah!
Ouch.
I'm in to be by your side. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's with just its bite. Now it gets to make 2 claw attacks. First one's an 11, which misses. Second one is a 17, which also misses. So that's good at least. But you took a huge bite from that creature.
Gosh. Golly gee willikers.
Oh, I also forgot to do something at the start of its turn, so I need to do that.
If it's gonna hurt me, you don't need to.
So at the start of its turn, the exposed water around it is befouled. Underwater, this effect lightly obscures the area, so it's like you just see clouds. Like he was pulling down the edge of the pier is like in the water and at your feet, so you can see that a little bit. Let's see. Water in containers remains corrupted. Yeah, that doesn't matter. A creature that consumes this foul water or swims in it makes a Constitution saving throw.
What's the range on that bad boy?
I mean,
Yeah, she's not technically in the water.
we wouldn't know that till we go in there, but okay.
Yeah. Well, so the reason I'm reading it is, Caia, your feet are in the water for it, so I do need a con saving throw from you. Let's see. And I also need one from you, Ichabod.
That's a nat 20 for 22.
Okay, so yeah, you're good. And you actually, you are immune to this for the next 24 hours.
Oh, it's poison. I haven't been immune anyway.
2 nat 20s for
2
save.
nat 20s.
Wow, 2 nat 20.
Right after your nat 20 hit.
Woo! Nice.
Ooh, yeah,
Explain.
you're both lucky.
It was all that alcohol last night. Emboldened my liver.
So on a failure, let's see, on a failed save, Okay. Yeah, so that's it. It doesn't affect you. You're good to go. Good thing it doesn't affect either of you.
That wouldn't have affected me either way.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're immune to the poison itself. You still take the poison damage, I think, though.
Nope.
We'll have to look at that. It doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, that's... Let's see.
Yeah, immune, so... Yep.
And demons gain temporary hit points?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But anyway, that's it. It then is going to be swimming backwards down into the water. So you do have an attack, an opportunity attack if you want to make a reaction.
You know I do.
Go ahead and make an attack.
Since my range is 15 feet, do I also get one?
No, it doesn't go anywhere near you. Oh, wait a minute.
I know
no,
it's
it is
within 15 feet of me.
Actually, yeah, you are. You are within 15 feet of him, so you would as well.
Whack him. 19.
Both hit.
Hit him.
Just 12 damage from me.
Turn my smite on. 14.
14.
Another
Okay.
26.
Yeah, another 26 points of damage. It's definitely leaving a trail of blood in the water as it swims away, and it disappears in the water.
Yes, sir. Some bubbles come up where Ichabod is.
Okay. So that's it for that turn. Liam, you're up next.
Don't have too many options here, so I'll move to the corner of the pier. I will bonus action take patient defense, and then for my action, I guess I'll just hold my glaive at the ready in case something comes up.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. What do we got next? Next we have these water weirds. Yeah, it comes swimming towards you, Apollyon. It rises up out of the water, so you are able to see it now, and it makes an attack. 7's not gonna hit.
Nope.
And neither is a 17. It does then begin to duck downward again in the water, trying to flee back. So you do have an attack of opportunity as well.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't think an 11's gonna do it.
Nope, an 11 is not
That
going to do
one.
it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's alright. Swing and a miss.
Yep, and it swims over in this direction, right over here. Okay, now for the Dissonant Whispers thing, that only affected them until the start of their next turn, right?
I believe so. Let me read what it says. Yeah, it was basically just at that point in time they had to use their reaction to move away. Afterwards, they're fine.
Got it. Okay. So on its turn, it comes swimming back. It has to use its full movement, which it has 60 feet of movement. So it can get from here, it can get right there. It's 10 feet of reach. So too far. So yeah, it's I think what it would do at that point is swim around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to right there. And it'll just stop there and wait on its turn. Caia, you're up next.
So, I saw this guy going off in this direction. So I'm gonna jump in and go after him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Now keep in mind also, once you jump into the water, you're moving three-dimensionally. So you need to specify, like, are you going down deep? Or are you swimming along the surface? How are you going in the water?
Well, I'll probably kind of stay at the surface at first, but keeping an eye out. And if I start seeing them, then I'm gonna start descending. Is that something I can do?
So you can jump in the water and start swimming along the surface. If you're wanting to look for him specifically, I'll let you use your bonus action to make your perception check. Basically, if you use your action and your bonus action, you can do it twice, like how I did for Apollyon earlier. So show me where you're swimming along the surface to.
5, 10, 15. Let's say about right here, 25 feet.
Okay.
I'm kind of scanning, see what I see. It's a 7. I don't see anything.
You don't see much, that's for sure. You can see a little bit of Ichabod. He's like under the water as well.
But my hat is like floating on top.
Yeah, his hat's floating on top. So you could have seen that at least. But other than that, you can't see where the creature went. It actually went pretty far, deeply underwater.
Well, since I don't see him that way, and I do see Ichabod over here, I'm gonna change course and I'm gonna start swimming towards Ichabod. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can get to here for 25 movement.
Are you swimming down towards where he is, or are you staying along the surface still?
I'm just gonna be along the surface to get as close as I can.
Okay, now he is about 30 feet below the water. As you're getting closer to him, you would be able to see at the angle of which he is.
Okay, now then, if I use my dash action, could I go down and could I at least reach out and grab his hand?
You can certainly try. If you're using your action to dash to get down to him, you wouldn't be able to like pull him out or anything like that, but you could at least try to grab onto him.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just grab his hand.
Okay,
and, like, not necessarily pull at him yet, but
yeah, make an athletics check for me.
that's a 24.
I'm going to say that, yeah, you can at least try to reach out and grab onto his hand as he's being held there. But that's really about it.
And I know this is probably a huge mistake, but I'm gonna go with it.
Why would it be a mistake?
Because now we're both. Well, I mean, I've got an hour before I drown, so I mean, I'm pretty good.
Okay. Well, that's it for Caia's turn. Blaznir, you're up next. You're on the pier. You're sopping wet, but you're still there. So, what are you wanting to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna drop concentration on the enlarge reduce.
Okay. Because, yeah, he was kind of pulling the pier down. I kind of forgot about that when he got back on, but that's okay.
Yeah, and then I have the Summon Beast spell, which I'm popping up into the chat. And I have a range of 90 feet on it. So what I'm going to try and do is summon a sea beast directly underneath Ichabod and have it move upwards to try and push Ichabod up with it.
Some sea beast rodeo?
Yes.
Okay.
In this case, I'm going to cast it at 4th level so that it's a little bit stronger.
Okay, I got to pull this thing out, so bear with me.
Oh, sorry, I thought he already had
Nope.
this in Druid stuff, but I don't see it.
Matt's used to surprises.
It doesn't take me too long to get it set up.
Ichabod's being such a damsel right now. Help me.
Okay,
What I'm
so
working on.
there you go. You got a bestial spirit over here that you can now move. Looks like it's got an armor class of 11 plus the spell level, which you said that was 4th, so 15 AC. It's the water one, so it has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if it has an ally within 5 feet, and it can breathe underwater.
Yep, makes 2 attacks normally, but for now, I'm mostly just having it push Ichabod up to the surface.
Okay, so you're going down there, trying to push onto Ichabod to get him out. What I need you to do is give me an athletics check with that critter.
Sure.
Can I see what this piece? Like, can I see this?
You definitely see this odd beast, which Steven, you go ahead and describe it.
Looks like an orca, but probably smaller.
Okay. One of those mini orcas.
Alright, so athletics is strength, and it has strength of 18, so I'm rolling a d20 plus 4. 21 total.
Yeah, 21 total. Definitely you're able to push Ichabod out from the creature's grip, whatever it is that's down there, and begin pushing him up towards the surface. Let's see.
It has 30-foot swim speed, but I'll use full movement, dash, whatever I need to do.
Well, you can't dash because you use your action to move him.
Sure.
You are pushing him. You do have a swim speed of 30 feet, but since you're pushing somebody else, it only gets half its movement. So you can get up to 15 feet up towards the surface, but you're not quite at the surface yet.
Okay, that's fine. And then that was Blaznir's action, but I'm not going to use his bonus action because I don't see anything, and I don't see anybody that really needs Bardic Inspiration, so I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. Ichabod, you are being pushed up towards the surface by this orca-looking creature, but you're not quite there yet. Now, Apollyon, it's your turn.
Shrink him back to size.
Yes, I do need to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, back to normal. Alright, well, I'm still coming for you. Now, did I see where that larger creature went to when it went down in the water? Like what direction?
It seemed to be going.
It seemed to go straight down.
In the north. It seemed to go north and slightly to the west, but then it dropped out of sight.
Okay, so it was like retreating.
Right around in here.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go then. My movement can get me right to the end of the pier, and then I'll jump into the water, and then use my action to dash, which my swimming speed is 60.
So, are you going along the surface? Like, remember when I asked Caia, are you going along the surface, or are you like plunging down into the depths?
I'll go down at an angle.
Okay, so you're
and
going
get about
60 feet downward, or
I'm going. No, I'm going at an angle, so I move about 40 feet north, 20 feet down, or however the math works. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. If you want to use your bonus action to make a perception check, you can try to look for that creature as you're swimming in that direction.
Okay, so I don't immediately run right into him. Right.
You don't immediately run wide into him, no.
I'll make a perception check. That's fine. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, with a 3, you're swimming down, you swim about 20 feet, and you're just looking and looking all over, but you're not seeing any sign of movement or anything. It's really dark and murky down there.
Alright, well, I'll just wait.
Well, then, Ichabod, it is your turn. You are currently being pushed. You're still under the water, but you're being pushed upward by an orca-looking thingy.
All right.
And I've got your hand still.
Yeah, and I'm still holding Kaia's hand. And since I'm being pushed up, this seems like a positive interaction. So I'm going to use my action to do 15 lay on hands into Caia.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
God.
So I give you some of that healing energy in our manly handshake or whatever we're doing.
So is that 15 points of healing?
Yeah, 15 points of healing.
But how can you manly handshake that which is not a man?
If only Corn was here.
Help it along by,
That definitely helps. Thank you.
Yeah. Glub, 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 glub. And then, but yeah, I would like to, I guess, try to like wade my arms because I don't want to get off of the thing because it probably moves better in water than I do. But I would like to help out.
So, okay, but
because I would have like movement, right?
Yeah, you still have movement. You're free from the constriction, so you can move. You can swim up to the surface.
Okay, I'll swim up to the surface then.
Probably have to let go of Kaia's hand at that point to do so, but after pumping that healing surge, you go swimming up to the surface, and you break, and you're finally able to take a deep breath.
I break out of the water exactly where my hat is, so it's back on top of my head.
Sure, why not?
That's called a breach.
Okay, you're at the surface. Now what do you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna end my turn.
Okay. Swimming up at the surface, not really seeing anything around, but Caia beneath you, along with that weird orca thingy. Okay. That's it. Let's see. Well, the creature that was below you that got freed is swimming up behind. Now, the closest thing to it is that orca creature. So that's what it's going to hit. Or at least attempt to.
Sure.
The 12 doesn't make it, but the 20 does. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and that creature is now grappled and constricted.
Alright, let's see. So
A happy trade-off.
Can't stand to see an animal get hurt.
So he's at 26 currently.
Yep. Okay. That's it for that creature's turn. We're back at the top of the order now with Rastilith. Rastilith? Yeah, Rastilith. It can see Apollyon. It has very good vision under the water. And the first thing it needs to do, let's see, you were 20 feet below. The thing was 40 feet below you, so that would not do anything. Yeah, you can see more of that murk kind of bellowing around Apollyon. It almost looks like underneath you is getting darker and darker.
Okay.
First thing I need you to do is it shoots out now another one of those grasping spouts towards you. However, since you're underwater, I need you to make your strength saving throw at disadvantage. So I need a strength saving throw at disadvantage from the Apollyon.
16.
16, not enough, unfortunately. You get hit by this blast of acid water that comes shooting out of its mouth, and it just seems to grasp around you and pulls. You take 16 points of acid damage, and it pulls you up to 60 feet towards you. So it pulls you toward you, pulls you toward it, is. So
Cool.
I'll let you be able to see where he is. And you are now 60 feet under the water.
Okay.
And the crowd gasps.
Yep, the crowd gasps as Apollyon just goes completely submerged and is unable to be seen anymore. Next, it gets to make its 3 attacks: 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws.
One really foul person in the audience yells out, "Dibs on his corpse!"
There's like a tiny group of people who are
God damn.
3 misses.
3 misses. That was really just depressing.
Hey, Necros Vale has clearly called dibs on his corpse.
Oh yeah, I'd make a good zombie. There's a
Okay.
stat block for Minotaur zombie.
Hey, I'm down for it. Liam, you're up next. You're still standing on the pier. Can't
Yeah.
really see a whole lot, but you do see like Ichabod at the surface again.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but that is my best vantage point, so I'm gonna do the same thing, keep my patient defense going, have my glaive out. I'm gonna shout out, "Come on, you invisible little fuckers! I know you're around somewhere!" Hold my action, hope they attack.
Well, next up is their turn, and yeah, that's exactly what happens. The one that's underwater swims towards you. You see that water lifting up out from there, so you can go ahead and do your held action.
Awesome. Alright, so first swing. 27.
Does
Very
it?
nice. Alright, and second swing. Ooh,
Nice.
nice. Nat
Yeah.
20. Plus, I feel like pumping a little fighter ability into this one also, so I'm going to add a superiority die. And this is going to be a pushing thing. Low rolls, but... So, 21 plus 3, 24 plus 8, so 32. And he needs to make a strength save or be pushed back 15 feet.
Okay. Now, it looks like it didn't do the damage for your brutal critical, or the vicious glaive critical. All I'm seeing is the...
I rolled the superiority die twice and the slashing die twice.
No,
No?
I'm looking at the regular one. Let's see, 1d10 plus 5. Plus 5 plus 1, that's dex, what's that? Okay, no, it did. I see it now. At the end,
Okay.
5 and a 1. Okay.
Yeah, it just rolled really low on the
Oh, wait a minute,
superiority die.
No, it didn't. It did not add your brutal critical. Or not the brutal critical, the vicious critical from the glaive itself. Because the vicious glaive does extra damage.
So I get one more d10?
Actually, no. I think it's 2d8.
2d8?
Hold on, let me look.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Vicious just
2d6.
lists its own
2d6, yeah.
lists its own damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it does an additional 2d6 on a critical.
Alright, so 3 more. Doing 35.
35 points of damage, still pretty nice.
And a strength save?
Yep, 1 second. Doing math in my head.
So this then comes out of the water, and I like bat it up and do the Tiger Woods golfing trick and just like catch it on the downswing and bat it away.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't bat it away. It makes the save.
It does with that 21. Good attempt.
Well, that's
but-
what it looked like I was trying to do.
It turns out that it takes the shape of Tiger Woods' wife that he was cheating on. She gets real pissed off.
Well, that was your the held action.
That was my
you
held
did.
action, yeah.
Now it gets to do its attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 14, so that does not hit. And neither does a 16.
Nope.
So it's going to stay right where it is.
All right.
Next up, we have the other one that was sitting over there by the pier. It comes moving over and rises up out of the water as well. Seeing Blaznir right there, constrict has 10 feet, so it can do it there. That's a 24, which hits.
Now.
So 14 points of bludgeoning damage to Blaznir, and once again, poor Blaznir is sucked into the water.
I mean, these monsters just like sucking him off, I guess.
Love the taste of Blaznir.
Apparently so. It's going to move you to right there. You are 20 feet underwater.
I totally forgot. It missed, but those should have been disadvantage strikes.
Okay, good to know. But yeah, it missed anyway.
Yeah.
So Blaznir, you are currently 20 feet underwater, being held by something invisible that's trying to drown you.
Oh. Let me make my save right now. Yeah, I saved.
No,
Concentration.
Oh, yeah, for concentration.
Save.
Yep, you're good. Okay. Caia, your turn. You're about 15 feet underwater right now. Ichabod has made it to the surface, and you see that weird orca thing, like, wiggling around, being held in place. What are you doing?
I'm gonna perception check again for my bonus action, I guess. To see if I can see this guy over here yet.
Okay.
Or would that be too far?
How much?
Or do I need to roll a perception check to
Well, you
figure
do
that
need to roll a perception check, but...
Is it too far with a 17?
With a 17, you can make out Apollyon down there in the watery depths, around what appears to be like a dark floating cloud. It's a little bit higher than the murk at the bottom, so you can see a distinct shape there, but it's pretty dark, so all you can really see is Apollyon floating there.
Okay, but knowing that it, like, befouls the water, it's safe to assume that he's over there, so...
Yep, that's a fair assessment since you've seen it do that.
Yeah, can I... So I'm gonna go over here. Can I see it now?
Yeah, if you're swimming downward at an angle, once you get to about what is your full movement?
50.
Okay, then yeah, you would be able to get down to the 60-foot area where Apollyon is, and as you get closer, you would be able to see the form that's in the darkness, that kind of odd-looking, wiggling tentacle creature that is floating there. It's hard to make out, but it's still slightly visible to you. What?
Matt, is she going to take an opportunity attack from the water weird grappling Blaznir?
It's three-dimensional. I don't think. Plus, it's grappling her. It's different.
It's already grappling you, Blaznir, so it's kind of focused on that. So yeah, I'm going to have to say no in this circumstance.
Yeah.
Then, can I get... Do I have enough movement, regular movement, to get within striking range of this thing?
You do not.
Okay.
If you step of the wind, you should be able to, though, right?
I already used my bonus
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Unfortunate.
to perceive, so... But I still do have action, correct?
You do still have action.
Then I can hold action right here.
Mm-hmm.
I will hold action. I will have my quarterstaff ready.
Okay. That's it for Caia's turn. Blaznir, you are underwater, and you have this weird constricting presence. It's like a current, an undertow almost, pulling you downward. What are you wanting to do?
How far under am I?
You are
You said 20 feet, I
20
think.
feet underwater.
Okay, so it's 5 feet of movement to escape the grapple for free, and then 20 feet of movement to get up to the surface.
Yes, it is.
And then move 5 feet this way, and then I'm
The freedom of movement thing, that doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, does it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Reduce Flame is not something I can cast underwater.
Actually, yeah.
Underwater.
The ruling is it's magical fire that you're creating.
Oh, okay. Well, cool then. Then I'm going to attempt to attack that water weird with the...
Okay. You can
Reduce
do
flame.
so. You're doing so at disadvantage because you cannot see the creature. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll your attack at disadvantage.
It says being underwater imposes no penalties on my movement or attacks, but...
That has nothing to do with being underwater. It has to do with the fact that it is invisible and you
Gotcha.
cannot see it.
17.
17? Of course, I can't find the damn thing. Yeah, 17 does hit.
Cool. 10 fire.
10 points of fire damage. You lob this ball of fire that goes shooting out through the water. And somehow it strikes, and you just see that blast, and it gives like like when it hits, you can see a little bit of that form for half a second. It's kind of snake-like, just a big long spout that seems to be moving there. But as the fire goes away, it does disappear again. But you did hit it.
Screw you, Jerko. Alright, so... A bestial spirit is currently being grappled.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember. Can I use... Since I have multiple attacks, I can use one of them to try and escape the grapple, right?
Let me look at this here.
Because I know you can do multiple grapple attempts.
I think grappling, escape a grapple is just an action to do.
Okay, well then I'll just take the disadvantage instead on my attacks and try and hit it.
Trying to snap at it? Gotcha.
Yep.
Go for
And
it.
it is, let's see, my spell attack modifier to hit, which is plus 10. So, let me just do this. Here we go. 10. So, I'll
Does
roll
being
this
grappled
twice.
disadvantage?
Being restrained does.
Yes.
Oh,
And
you're
it says it
restrained?
restrained me.
Okay.
Although I am a water creature and it says it tries to drown folks, so I don't know.
And it-
So it is grappled. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Until
is
the grappled
grappled,
target is
and
restrained.
also
Okay.
it's invisible. It's literally invisible in the water.
But yes, first attack I'm assuming misses with a 12.
Yes, the first attack does miss with a 12.
Second attack is a 13, which I'm
13
assuming also
actually
misses.
just hits.
Oh, okay, cool. And then it's 1d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level. So 1d8 plus 8. So 12 points.
Not bad. 12 points of damage. That creature snapping and wiggling. It finally connects onto something tangible and does 12 points of damage.
Cool. And then it can't get away to swim away, so
Nope.
it's
Stuck
done.
where it is. Okay, Apollyon, you're up next. The first thing I need you to do is where'd the thing go?
I'm 60 feet underwater, right?
You are 60 feet underwater, and I need you to make a con saving throw at the start of your turn.
Nice.
25.
25, yeah. You're breathing in this nasty, befouled water as you're floating there next to the creature. You begin to kind of cough a little bit as you're doing so. But fortunately, you're tough and you're strong. You're Apollyon, and you're able to just push past it, and you are not poisoned.
Awesome.
So go for it.
Am I grappled by it?
No, let's actually. No, it looks like it just pulls you toward it.
Pulls you towards it.
So you're
Okay,
not-
so I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna reckless attack to give myself advantage. And here we go. 22 and 19.
Yes, both do hit.
Let's see, 17 plus 18 is some amount. 35?
35 points of damage, wow.
6. That's the 19, not 18 on the bottom.
Yeah, 36.
Oh, sorry, yeah, thank you, 36. And yeah, I'll use my action surge to take another action.
Okay. This creature's looking
And
very
attack
hurt,
recklessly
by the
2
way.
more times. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not. 29 does.
Okay. Another 14 points.
Okay, Apollyon. Swimming underwater, stabbing at this creature. Tell me, how does this look? Because that's enough to take him out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he gets pulled down, and then instead of having it disorient him, he leans into it and just powers straight down into this creature until his trident makes contact, and he stabs at it repeatedly until there's blood in the water and it stops moving.
And with a final shudder, this electrified creature just twitches his last twitch, and it dies and begins to just float there in the water.
As a bonus action, can I grab onto one of its appendages?
I don't see why not.
Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't even use my movement yet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab it on it and then use my movement to pull it up to the surface to show that I've killed it.
Okay, what is your movement speed underwater?
60.
Okay, so pulling it along, you can get to about 30 feet. So half of your movement speed.
That's fair.
You're not fully out of the water yet. You're about half. You got 30 more feet to get up to the surface. But you can definitely start pulling it that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do the rest of my next turn.
Okay, I like it. That's it for Apollyon. Ichabod, you're up next, and you're on the
Everybody else
surface.
sees his blood.
Yeah, all you can see is blood, and you can see Blaznir on the surface now. And,
Yeah, you healed Caia, and she just darted off into the water.
Yeah.
Where Apollyon is, there's blood, and we don't know what's happened to him. But I do see Blaznir.
Man. Coughing and
useless
sputtering
water.
again.
Yeah, Blaznir just looks like this. I'll swim over to Blaznir, and I guess touch base with him. Where's the thing that pulled you down?
Down there somewhere. I hit it once. I can't really see it very well.
To be like, if I feel or see a Blaznir going down, then I'm gonna try to whip at the water around it.
I believe you can only move. You have less movement when you're swimming.
Oh, really?
Let's see here.
Yeah, you should be at half speed, I think.
Okay, well then I shouted it out to him.
Yeah, it is half speed whenever you're swimming.
But I still want to be kind of in range because I don't trust Blaznir to take care of himself.
No, that's
So,
fair. Like,
I splash around to be a more appealing target.
Okay, so you're swimming there, and you are in heavy plate armor as well. So,
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check. I just want to see how well you're like treading water and making this show.
Shit.
Is it more for show, or is it
20.
Now you're able to keep to the surface.
I'm
no
like,
problem.
hey, little water fishy things, come and get me. Ripe and tasty.
Indeed. Well,
Look
that's
at that
it.
one, he's getting me.
That's it for Ichabod's turn. Last, we have the water weird that's currently grappling the fish thingy. So since it is already grappled, it does get advantage on this attack. That's a nat 20.
Oh.
So
Orca, no.
that's a total of 28 points of bludgeoning damage on that creature.
Barrett
How much?
is dead then.
Yeah, goodbye, Orca.
Goodbye, Orca. We miss you. And that's
Really
gonna be it.
sacrificed himself for me. He traded his life for mine.
So, Liam, top of the order now, and you're standing there on the edge. You have that that spout of water that's next to you that didn't try to like run off or anything, so it's still there. What are you wanting to do?
Can I tell that my hex is back, or would I not know?
Actually, yeah, I would say you probably would feel the effect end when the thing died.
Okay. Then I will bonus action move the hex to this guy that I'm in melee with here,
Okay,
and make a couple attacks at it.
do it.
27 and a 15.
Both hit.
Alright.
What's the
And-
superiority dice for?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ignore the superiority die. I did not mean to pump those into this one.
No problem.
But I do add 2 hex burns. I gotta unclick that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna add it to that.
Always
So,
remember to unclick those things when you.
Yeah, sorry.
No
10
worries.
plus 10 plus 6 plus 6. So, oh wow, yeah, 20, 32.
32 points of damage is more than enough to take out that water wheel. Weird. So just tell us how that looks.
He's continually just juggling this thing, like it won't stay still, so he's slashing across and he slashes straight through it, and finally it just stops reforming and just blah 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 blah. Yep.
Okay.
I've still got a bonus action, and I'm pretty certain there are more out there, so I'll go ahead and patient defense again.
I like it. Well, that's it for Liam's turn. Next up, we have the one that had currently grappled Blaznir. Yeah, I'm going to say Ichabod's performance in the water is enough to catch its attention. So it's going to come swimming up to the surface, or at least close to the surface. Probably
Could've
5
been
feet,
an
like a
actor.
little bit, like 5 feet underneath Ichabod. And it's going to be making its attack.
So do I get my held action?
Yeah, I'd say once you feel it trying to constrict onto you, you'd be able to do your held action. It is a disadvantage because it is
Okay.
invisible.
That is fine by me. I'm gonna hit him twice with the Son of Bounce. So it's 15. I can use my Bardic. So I think I have to announce
Well,
that.
15 does hit.
Okay. I'll go ahead with that one. So that's 13 damage on the
13
first
points
one.
of damage, okay.
Use my Bardic.
Okay.
Okay, D6. 5, so 19.
19 does hit.
Sweet. Ooh, for 17 radiant damage. Or 17 damage total.
Okay, you do manage to slash twice at this thing as you feeling it trying to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, does not hit. You feel that water coursing up your body, trying to grab onto you, but you're just kicking and kicking, and you manage to wiggle your way out. Okay. Caia, you're up next.
Okay, so I see that Apollyon has beat this guy. I think I'm just gonna start. Well, I did see him kind of. Okay, you're right. You're right. You are splashing loudly.
Keep in mind, you are 60 feet underwater. You would be able to see the surface, and you would be able to see like Blaznir and Ichabod's legs a little bit, because I mean, it is bright. It is in the middle of the day, so you can look up and see a lot better than looking down. So you would be able to see that at least.
Yeah, and I feel like even though I can't see a lot, I can. It'd be noticeable that he's flailing about.
Yeah,
somewhat.
I'm just
so
keep in mind you are 60 feet underwater.
So okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna start going up and over towards this way. So can you tell me how far I can get?
How far of swim speed do you have?
50, I think.
And your swim speed is your movement speed?
I think.
You think. You're supposed to know these things as a turtle.
I believe it's the same if you have a swim speed. It is your regular movement speed underwater.
That's what I want to double check. Because I know you have a breath.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no swim speed for the turtle that I can see. You just get to hold your breath for up to an hour.
Oh, have I been doing this wrong the whole time?
Probably.
She tricked herself into thinking that she could swim well, so she swam well. Now she remembered.
Well, there are multiple different types of turtles. Maybe it's a different one's trait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything about that.
It's because you're more tortoise than turtle.
So you do not have a swim speed.
Oh no.
Now,
Oops.
what you can do is you can bonus action Step of the Wind to double your speed.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. And I'll go, like I said, up and over this way.
Now that I'm thinking about this, you also have don't you have freedom of movement, or not freedom of movement, but you're a monk, so.
So many rules.
I don't think they get anything relating to
No,
swimming.
it
I don't know any monk
It
swimming
doesn't.
rules now.
I'm just looking at it. It isn't. Okay. No, it's just
I can walk on water, though.
you can
Across liquid, sure.
but then you go down if you're standing on it. But anyway, it's fine.
Anyway.
You can move. You can move half your movement speed, so you can get 50 feet up and at an angle. You're probably right about here.
Okay, would that get me surfaced?
No, you're still
not
10
yet.
feet underwater.
Alright, that's fine. I'll just do that, and that's my... And I still have action, correct?
No, because
No.
you used you bonus action Step of the Wind, so yes, you would still have your action.
Okay. Then I am just going to hold action and hold my quarterstaff in case I feel anything moving or happen to see anything.
Fair enough. Blaznir, it's your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Out of the water.
Yep, you go rushing, swimming as fast as you can, and then jump up onto the surface of the pier.
And then I'm gonna use, I guess, 3 charges from my Staff of Healing to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. On yourself?
Yes.
That's fair.
Which, let me look that up real quick. Okay, it's 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier, and then an additional d8 for each slot above first. So 1 charge per spell level, so that's 3d8 base plus spellcasting modifier. And then it's 5. So 21 points I get back.
21 points of healing. Make sure you tally off the charges.
3. And
That's your movement and your action. Do you do anything for your bonus action?
nah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Apollyon, you're up next.
Alright, I'm gonna continue swimming towards the surface. Pulling this thing.
Okay. You can do so with dragging it along, and eventually you break the surface, pulling that creature up along with you.
I want to hoist it onto my shoulders.
Okay.
And then, I don't know if you'll allow this all in one turn, but crackers.
Yeah, that sucks.
What happened? You weren't
Um,
broadcasting?
yeah, we were broadcasting, and then it disconnected. But it looks like
Doesn't like give you a notification for that or something?
it did at the bottom. That's how I noticed it.
Oh.
I think we're back on.
Yeah, we
Well,
are back on finally.
Okay.
Sorry about that, folks. Had some technical difficulties where we lost connection for a minute. Hopefully we can recover this. But anyway, Apollyon has just managed to pull this creature up to the surface and is now kind of floating there, just slightly in and out of the water, hoisting the monster up in the air. Ichabod, it's your turn.
Can I still feel this thing around, like...
I mean, you felt it a moment ago. But you cannot see it or perceive it.
Why not? I rolled a 17 on my first one.
That's going to be a hit.
Test it and see if it's still there. And it is still there. Alright, so that's 19 damage on the first hit. Hit him again.
Okay,
That one's only a 13, so I'm going to use my inspiration.
go for it.
Roll just one more. For a 27.
That does hit.
15, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough to take this thing out. So tell us how that looks as you're stabbing blindly.
It doesn't look good, I'll tell you that. One of my lower moments. So I'm like splashing in the water, try to get its attention, and then as soon as I've got it, I duck my head under the water and try to like turn around, and I'm just kind of like slashing, and it's real slow.
I like it. But yeah, the thing is dead. You do anything else for your turn? We just... You there?
I'm gonna swim back. Hello?
Yes.
I'm swimming back to the pier.
Okay, swimming back to the pier. Remember, you only have half movement, so you can get to
Pier.
right about there.
Right on the edge.
Yeah, our stream is paused again.
God damn. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, we could just like call it there since it is time.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it. We might as well. The last thing has a decent amount of hit points, but realistically speaking, you guys would still defeat it.
Oh man, how annoying.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to use this program until I figure out what the hell's going on with it. That's upsetting. Hopefully I can splice this episode together.
Yeah.
But for the sake of time, we're going to say that, yeah...
we're live.
Yeah, some test streams.
We're live.
Okay, we are live. Well... Anywho, sorry everybody for all these technical difficulties. Hopefully I'm able to recover this episode and put it back together. But we're going to say, for the sake of simplicity, since this is the end of the episode and there's only one creature left, that the team is able to defeat it.
Man, we didn't even get that speech out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But... you know, once you guys do defeat these creatures and are all able to swim back to the pier, the crowd is going wild and really enjoying what happens. Now, there's people going around collecting the money on the edge. That way that's not thrown in the water. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, well, that I did not mean to do a D100. Jesus Christ.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. Because you actually got more this way anyway. You're going to get a total of 760 gold pieces for this fight.
Nice.
And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
That's just the gold that's not lost into the water.
So that's 152 apiece.
Okay.
Well, how is that 152 apiece if it's 76 gold total?
760, he said.
Yeah, I multiplied it by
okay.
10.
I'm sorry.
What was that per person?
152.
152. Okay.
Well,
Yep.
Anywho, thank you to everyone who watched. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Hopefully I'm going to be able to piece everything back together to have a full episode that I'll post on YouTube later. Again, we appreciate you hanging out and sticking around for us. Come back at 7 o'clock where I'm no longer using Streamlabs. I'm going to go back to using OBS, and hopefully it works better this time. So see you in about an hour. But on behalf of the gladiators of the Azure Championship, I just want to say thank you once again for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Hope you can splice it together, Matt.
Yeah, seriously, this is going to be fun. Good night, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.